Hey guys, Zen here, and Ubisoft recently revealed the next operator coming to Rainbow Six Siege, and her name is Aruni. With this announcement, there is a lot to gather from the initial trailer, and so we're gonna check it out, and we're also gonna speak on the secret operation that this new operator took on with Thermite, one of the most iconic hard breachers in Rainbow Six Siege. But just before we get into those essential details, gentlemen, it is essential that you upgrade your grooming, and hear a word from our sponsor, Manscaped. So Manscaped hooked it up, and for the first time ever, they've put together a bundle that includes both the Lawnmower 3.0 and their all-new Weed Whacker nose and ear hair trimmer with the performance package. Guys, the Lawnmower 3.0 is a waterproof cordless trimmer that's designed with skin-safe technology and an LED light to keep you nick-free while you groom those precious family jewels. The Weed Whacker has a rotary dual-edge blade to clear out all of the ear and nose hair in 360 degrees, and it too also has the skin-safe technology, so it's safe and comfortable to use while you're getting ready for your next entanglement. The blades are easily replaced, and the Weed Whacker is also a waterproof accessory, which helps to make it easy to clean. And so now, if you click the link at the top of the description, you get both of these amazing products bundled with the Crop Preserver, the Crop Reviver, and they'll throw in a free pair of boxers, all put together in a beautiful travel bag at manscaped.com. With code ZEN20 at checkout, you'll get free shipping, 20% off your order, and it helps to support the channel. And so yeah, pick up the brand new performance package with code ZEN20, and thanks to Manscaped for sponsoring the video.
My gate stands like a star in the darkness, a burning light that keeps enemies at bay. Can you take the heat?
So, in case you missed it, Operation Neon Dawn has been outed as the next season for Rainbow Six Siege, and it all begins with Aruni, the brand new defender. Now, at this point, all we have to gauge on this operator is this trailer, but it actually reveals quite a bit. For starters, she's a defender, and her gadget is this laser-powered gate. She says it stands as a star and a burning light that keeps enemies at bay, which obviously translates to the gate being a barrier that keeps attackers out of a specific area. With the trailer, it's revealed to at least work on doorways, and so a lot of people have been making the comparison to Castle, and honestly, this kind of utility is super underutilized on defense, and so if that is how she works, then you can expect a unique take on the meta this upcoming season. Now, beyond that, there are two features that stand out with this gadget here. The first is the dongle at the top of the doorway that kind of makes this whole thing happen. It looks like there's a small delay between when the gate is deployed and also a fairly loud sound tied to it, and so I could imagine midway through a round, if you choose to set one of these up, it could alert the enemy to your tactic and open up an opportunity for them. The other feature is the pass-through. So, of course, Aruni is a defender, and as she approaches the gate, it opens up for her, allowing her to pass through. Now, it's clear that there isn't any commotion or chaos happening, and she's able to just walk on through, but with that initial delay, it could also mean that you have to actually wait for this thing to open up before you're able to pass, and so actually sprinting through a doorway with this gadget equipped might not be an option here. But that's the gadget teaser and the first look, but Aruni is the star of the show, and she's obviously been through something, because she has a massive scar across the left side of her face. The only other operator that has this kind of characteristic is Finka, and we know that she received her facial scar from a melee battle with Kapkan, and for those that didn't know, Finka actually means knife in Russian, and so that's how she received her operator name. And so that's Aruni so far, and just to be fully transparent with you guys, I've been able to go hands-on with Aruni as well as the next season of Rainbow Six Siege, and so I can't get into any more detail than that for now. What I will say is that all the details will be spilled on November 8th, and we'll all get an in-depth look at all of the new stuff in Season 4. But there is a bit of backstory to Aruni, and it's written by none other than Jordan Trace, or Thermite. He says, "I've known Afa, Aruni, Tawan Rung for years. She was a detective with the Royal Thai Police when we met. I didn't think she liked me at first, but she was just sizing me up. She's real cerebral, always processing something upstairs and making connections that aren't obvious to others. It's why she was such a good detective. We did some work together in Bangkok, but most of the ops details are still classified. She was hurt pretty bad. I thought we'd lost her." So yeah, out on a mission with Thermite, Aruni was hurt, and it could be a hint how she got that massive scar across her face. He then details how she made it into Nighthaven, the private military group made by Kali. Just hear this. Aruni left the Royal Thai Police to focus on her rehabilitation. She met every challenge head on with her usual positivity and focus. After that, she returned to work as a private detective. She'd made some big busts while on the force and got a lot of good publicity. I suppose that's how Kali heard about her. It wasn't long after that, Aruni signed on with Nighthaven. Between her keen sense senses and deductive capabilities, she makes one hell of a defender. So again, we're getting another recruit from Nighthaven, and so far, that makes up for 4 operators from the CTU when you include Kali, Wamai, and Ace. The last thing Thermite mentions is a bit about the gadget. He says, "I'd love to work with Aruni again. Her role with Nighthaven probably won't allow for much official crossover, but she's a valuable addition to the program. She's also got a clever piece of tech that slows enemies down and restricts where they can go. We're on different teams for the Invitational, but once the games are behind us, we might have some time to reminisce." Thing is, Aruni doesn't dwell on the past. She's focused on the future, on moving forward, and making the world a safer place. I wish more of us shared her commitment to that philosophy. And so altogether, with everything she's been through, Aruni makes for a positive force on Team Rainbow, and her gadget is made to slow the progression of the enemy. Now, as far as lore, I think there is a lot to this story, and for me, it's one of the best parts of this game, when we get to hear more about the relationships between operators. So that's the full details on Aruni for now, but Season 4 is also confirmed to be seeing some other additions, so let's get on with it. Now, if you didn't catch it, the next season will be called Operation Neon Dawn, and it'll include Aruni as the brand new defender being added to Rainbow Six Siege, but there's also another map rework coming, most likely to Skyscraper in the season. So Chalet was actually planned for Season 4 when we first got the Year 5 roadmap, but ultimately it ended up launching with Shadow Legacy, and so Skyscraper would be next in line to close out the year. Now, Skyscraper has always been one of my favorite maps personally, but as time went on, it became less and less viable and was pulled from the pool in ranked, and so I know a lot of people are holding out for this one. And let's just say, if it is coming, here's hoping it's been worth the delay. And then lastly, I guess we should speak on the Tachanka rework, because so far, there's been no word on it appearing again for Season 3. Now yes, it was announced that the rework for Tachanka would be live with Season 3 here, and so there is still plenty of time for it to be added before next season, but just in case they weren't able to polish it up before launch, there is a possibility it waits until Neon Dawn. Now, for where the meta is at today, I'm honestly not too worried about the rework coming in the next season, because this season has seen a lot of change in general. Now, I would obviously love to see Tachanka make his appearance sooner rather than later, especially because it's always been planned for Season 3, but I also want it to be just right. And in the test server, there were a lot of people saying that he was really strong, and there were also some hiccups with the voice lines that could set the date back a bit. But for Year 5 Season 4, the final season before Year 6, this is what we've got right now. So for me, Shadow Legacy was a big highlight this year, and it honestly changed so much of the game that Neon Dawn has a lot to reach for. But I think Aruni looks exciting from our first look, and her gadget could add to a part of the meta that just hasn't ever been a major point, and I'm looking forward to the heat. But that'll do it for our video today, guys. Be sure to drop a like if you enjoyed it, and get subscribed to the channel with notifications turned on, and be ready for all of the upcoming Neon Dawn content coming here soon. With that, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hey, I'm out.
My gate stands like a star in the darkness, a burning light that keeps enemies at bay. Can you take the